Yo, part 2, habits I picked up in jail. Habits formed in prison. We was talking about trust, lack thereof. Yeah, I don't trust, anybody with damn near anything. Like I always expect people to go for self. Out of sight, out of mind is real. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. Out of sight, out of mind is definitely real, and it's just human nature. Like somebody you don't see, talk to on a regular basis, like they kind of fade from memory. Like after a while, them being gone just hurts less. Their absence just becomes more normal, And you have to, in jail as an inmate, you gotta adjust to that, And being the forgotten one. While you don't typically forget anybody or anything, especially like the last shit you was doing, like right before you went in, you don't really forget anyone or anything, but they all forget you. They forget the fuck out of you, You hear people pick up the phone, not accepting the call. Excuse me. Yes. What's up? Okay. I just hope for the best with that. It's my boy. No, so anyway, it's difficult, man. It's very difficult, and that for me and a lot of people I talk to, like you just build a wall. Like you gotta somehow like find a way to enjoy the conversations, hold the relationships, maintain the relationships, and find enjoyment out of the people, but keep them close enough to be able to reach out to them, but far enough away that when they shit on you, because it's coming, when they shit on you. Now, this is, of course, the inmate's perspective, of course. The baby mama or girl, whatever, feel like, you left them or you ain't even looking at it like that. You on this end, it breaks you. You break those bonds. It breaks those bonds. It makes those bonds very difficult you damn near scared to love anybody. Definitely can't trust. Like, trust what? Trust that you ain't gonna fuck someone. I know that if something happens and I get snatched up again, I know you going somewhere else. I mean, you doing something else. What am I supposed to think? What am I supposed to believe? And it's fucked up as it is. Like that's just where it stands. And even guys that get out and find love or whatever, like they still be like, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? And when you do something else, you damn near a sucker. Like, I don't know, you kind of gotta, it's hard, man. It's hard releasing that. It's hard letting go of that. It's hard making yourself vulnerable, because you can't, to love, I feel like you gotta be vulnerable. You gotta jump, you gotta be willing to like crash and burn. You gotta be willing to get hurt, and jail kind of teaches you in 1,000 different ways to never be vulnerable. You gotta be on point at all times, you know what I'm saying? You just, like, when you slipping, like, you can get got, so you feel like you gotta stay on point. You can't never be a target. You can't never be, you know what I mean? And to love, you kind of have to be that. So that's another thing. Like, it's tough. Trust is definitely tested. Trust is definitely hard for me. It's hard for me to trust anybody with anything for any reason. Damn.